So hello and welcome to this Adobe Animate tutorial, and in this video I am going to show you some mouse events that you can use. I'm not going to show all of them but only some of them, but yeah. So right now I am in the Adobe Animate and I am going to choose any width and height. I will go for example with 500 by 500. I want this to be HTML5 canvas, frame rate is fine as it is, and I'm just going to click create. Now I'm going to create some shape that we are going to use, so I will just go to the rectangle tool and I am going to get rid of the stroke color and I'm going to choose some fill, and I can go maybe with the blue color, and I am going to draw a shape like so. Now I will have to convert this shape to the symbol, so I'm going to click on this. I will go to the modify, convert to symbol or F8, and I want this to be movie clip and I can call this to be blue for example. And I'm going to click OK. Now I'm going to click on this and I can see that it is a movie clip, and there is an option for the instance name, and I'm going to call this to be blue1, and this is the name by which we are going to be targeting this with the JavaScript. This name is optional. Now I'm going to create new layer, and this new layer is going to be code, so I'm going to double click on the layer and I'm going to rename this, and I am going to right click on that on the first frame. I will go to the actions and this is going to open me the text editor. You can adjust this as you want, but you probably know, so yeah. And I am just going to zoom in with the Control or Command and mouse wheel so you can see this little bit better. So what I can do is we can start with click, and I am going to give you this Adobe Animate file so you can have the code. So I'm going to start with the click, so I'm going to type this, which refers to the main timeline. I'm going to type this blue one. We are going to go on. We could go with add the event listener. It is going to do the same thing, but I am going to go with on. It's shorter, and that's just the jQuery. Add event listener is JavaScript, but that doesn't matter. I will put this on click, and I'm going to call the function, which I'm going to call, for example, change blue. The name of the function is optional, and then I am going to type dot bind this like so, and this bind this is going to allow me to write the keyword this to refer to the timeline inside of the functions. Without this, when I create the function, I wouldn't be able to write this. And be careful to have the parentheses correctly like so. Sometimes it happens that I have only one like so, and then I get an error. But yeah, and semicolons are optional in the JavaScript. But yeah, I am going to create the function, so I'm going to type function. I am going to copy the name, so change blue, parentheses, then curly parentheses, and yeah. And what I can do right now is I can type this blue one, and for example I can change the alpha, which is opacity, so I'm going to set alpha is going to be equal to 0.2 for example. 1 means 100% opacity, 0 means 0% opacity, so 0.2 is going to be 20% opacity. I will go with Control Enter, and yeah. And I am going to hit F12 to make sure that I don't have any error. This is not an error, so that's fine. And if I'm going to click on this, the opacity is going to change. I will click anywhere, and I'm going to change the stage color to something which is not white. So basically, if I go with Control Enter, I will be able to see where is my canvas. And I can zoom out a little bit like so, so I have this correctly. Now I will go to my code, and one thing that we can do is we can type this blue one alpha is going to be equal 0.2, or what I could do is I can type minus equal 0.2, and this means that every time that I'm going to click, it's going to get rid of the 20% of the opacity. So right now, if I go with Control Enter, and I will go with F12, and I'm going to click, we are going to lose 20% opacity, 40, 60, 80, and boom, it's going to disappear. So yeah, that's fine. Now I will go back to my code, and I can put it back to just equal to be 0.2. And I am going to duplicate this even listener. So I will go to the end and I will go with Ctrl D, or you can just Ctrl C, Ctrl V, you know. And I am going to comment this out. So // it is going to comment the one line of the code. Right now this JavaScript is going to ignore this. Now we are going to change this from click to MouseOver. So I am going to get rid of the click and I'm going to type MouseOver. We do not want to have the O capital like so, so just MouseOver and everything like so. And I will go with Control Enter, Command Enter, and F12 just to make sure. And I will go with my mouse and nothing is going to happen. The reason that nothing is going to happen is that if we want to have MouseOver, we will have to write additional line of code. I am going to put it on the very top like so, and I'm going to type stage.enable capital M mouse capital O over like so. So we are just going to type stage enable capital M capital O over, and right now it is going to be working. This may be a little bit confusing that in here, in even listener, we don't have capital M, capital O, and in here we have capital M and capital O. That's just how it is. So yeah, right now if I go with Control Enter, and I will go with my mouse over, it is going to change. The same thing as with the click, if I'm going to put this to be minus equal 0.2, right now if I go with my mouse, it is going to lose 20%, but when I'm going to be with my mouse like so, nothing more is going to happen. I need to go out and go again, and it is going to lose 20%, another 20%, another 20%, and now it's gone. Okay, so yeah, this is basically MouseOver, and right now I just want to show you that we have this shape, and we are changing the properties of that shape. But if I would like to, I can easily go to my layer 1 and I can create one more rectangle, and right now this is going to be red, so I can create it like so. So this is going to be red. I will convert it to the symbol, so F8, and I'm going to call this to be red. Okay, and I'm going to call this to be red 1, for example. And now I can of course have an even listener on the blue one and change the red one, or vice versa. I can have the even listener on the red one and change the blue one. So I just want to show you that we are going to have this like so right now. So yeah, but I am going to get rid of this red. I just wanted to show you just so this is clear, and I am going to put this back to blue one like so. Okay, and I can put it one more time to be just equal. So yeah, now I am going to I am going to comment this, and I am going to duplicate this while this is commented, and I am going to uncomment this. So yeah, and now we are going to go with the double click. So this stage enable mouse over, we need this for the mouse over. So for now I can comment this out. Later on, if I'm going to do something with mouse over again, I can uncomment this. But yeah, so this is not important for the click. It's not important for the double click. So double click is going to be DBL click. I don't know if I'm going to spell this correctly, but double click like so. And right now, if I go with Control Enter, let me see. Let me close this and try one more time. Control Enter, and yeah, okay, I will go with F12, and I'm going to click, nothing is going to happen, and if I'm going to double click, it is going to be like so. And as you probably know, but I just want to make this clear, I'm going to make this minus equal 0.2, and right now if I'm going to double click, it is going to lose 20, 40, 60, 80, and gone. Okay, so yeah, I am going to duplicate this, and I am going to comment out this one. Now we are going to do something which is very similar to the click, and maybe you are not going to see the difference, but I will tell you. So I am going to go with the mouse down. So this blue one on mouse down. And yeah, and I will go with Control Enter, and I'm going to click, and it is going to be the same thing as the click. But the difference is that I will comment this out for the moment, and I'm going to uncomment the click. So it is going to be clear right now, and I will go with Control Enter. And if I'm going to click my mouse and I am going to hold my mouse, nothing is going to happen. The click is going to be fired when I click and I leave my mouse. Okay, so one more time. I am clicking my left mouse, and I am holding, so nothing is going to happen, and only when I leave the mouse this is going to happen. So usually when you click, you just click, and it is going to be like so. But when we are going to have the mouse down, so I'm going to comment out the click, and I'm going to uncomment the mouse down. Mouse down is when I'm going to click and I do not need to press my mouse up. It is going to automatically be like so. So it is very, very similar to the click, but there is a difference. So hopefully this makes sense. Let me one more time put this to be 0.2, so this is going to be a little bit more visible. So yeah. Now I realized that I forgot one thing, but that doesn't matter because we will go to that later. So now what I can show you is going to be press up. So I am going to for the moment comment out the mouse down, and I am going to duplicate this, and I am going to uncomment this one, and right now we are going to go with press up. You may think that it is going to be mouse up is not going to be working, so press up. And if I go with Control Enter and I am going to click, nothing is going to happen. And when I'm going to release, when I release the mouse, then this is going to happen. So this is very, very similar. It's almost the same as a click. But what I can do right now with this two, with the mouse down and press up, is that I can uncomment the mouse down. And on mouse down, we are going to call the change blue. So it is going to go to 0.2. And on press up, I am going to call change blue number 2. And I'm going to duplicate the function. So Control C, Control V, and it is going to be change blue number 2. And in here, I'm going to put this back to 1 like so. So this means 100% opacity. And right now, if I go with my mouse down, so it means when I click and I can still hold, it is going to call this function. And when I leave my mouse, it is going to call this function. So I will go with Control Enter. I will click and it will go like this. I will release and it will go like this. So if I'm going to be clicking, it is going to do it like so. Okay, fine. Now we can continue. So I am going to comment out both of these. So I'm going to comment this one out. I'm going to comment this one out. And yeah, we can keep this change blue because the functions by themselves don't do anything. So we do not need to get rid of it. If you want, you can comment this out if you want, like so, slash and asterisk and slash to comment multiple lines of code, but that's not necessary, so I am not going to do it. And the next thing that we are going to do is going to be mouse out. So I am going to duplicate this function, and I am going to change the function that we are going to call. I don't want to call change blue one. That was just for this press up. So I want to call this one function change blue, and I am going to put this to be mouse out. And yeah, and I will go with Control Enter, and I will go with I will open my console. I will go with my mouse. Nothing is going to happen. And if I leave my mouse, nothing is going to happen. That's because we need to, and I am going to uncomment this stage enable MouseOver. So I am going to make it like so, and I will go with Control Enter, and I will go with my mouse, and I will leave my mouse, and yeah. So for the mouse over and also for the mouse out, we need to enable mouse over. And now what we can do is we can for the moment uncomment the mouse over. So I'm going to uncomment this, so this blue one on mouse over, and we are going to go with the change blue. So when we come with mouse over, we are going to call this function, and when we are going to go with mouse out, we are going to call the change blue. So if you commented this out, you need to uncomment this. If you deleted this, you need to create it one more time. But yeah, so right now when I come with my mouse, it is going to call this function, and it is going to be 0.2. When I go with my mouse out, it is going to call this function, and it is going to be 1. So Control Enter, I will go F12 just to make sure. I will go like this, okay, I will leave like so, okay. So yeah, we are going to have this like so, okay. So yeah, the next one, and this is, I am going to talk about this very briefly, because I have the whole long tutorial about this, and I can put this in the description, but let me comment out everything. So I'm going to comment out mouse over, and I'm going to comment out mouse out, and we are going to go with the tick. So I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to uncomment this like so. And one more time, I want to call change blue. I don't want to call change blue number 2. And now I would like to change this to be on tick. We could leave this to be this blue one on, but we can only go with this on. Okay, so this timeline on tick, we are going to change blue. So yeah, and for this one I am not going to go with alpha, because that wouldn't be like very noticeable. So I am going to change this to we are going to change the x. So this blue one x is going to be plus equal 5, for example. Okay, and the tick, basically, I will just show you. I will go with Control Enter, and we are going to have this like so. So we have 24 frames per second, so tick should check the timeline 24 times per second. It usually, in my experience, doesn't do that 24 times, but like 22, 21, 22. But yeah, and what is going to happen, that like 24 or 22 or 21 times in a second is going to like call this this function. And this blue one x plus 5 means the 5 pixels. So in every frame is going to move by 5 pixels. So in 1 second it's going to be like 5 times 24 or 22 maybe, so it's going to be like 100. So in 1 second it's going to move like 100 pixels. But yeah, I have the whole tutorial about tick, because that's like a more complex topic. I just wanted to show you. So yeah, and I'm going to comment this out, and I'm going to change this back to be alpha to be equal to 0.2. Okay, there is one event that I am not going to talk in this tutorial, and that's going to be press move. Like so. That's for the like drag and drop. I already have like an old tutorial about drag and drop. I can put that in the description, but I am planning to create new ones. So yeah, so this one I do not want to talk about this, because yeah, that's like a large topic, and you cannot just show that in 1 minute. So this one we are going to skip. And now I would like to show you a few more things, and that's imagine right now that I would like to click on my stage, so anywhere on the stage, and then I would like to call some function. So if I am going to type let me copy one of these functions. So I will go with Control C, and I will go with Control V, and I'm going to uncomment this, and I'm going to change this to be change blue. And I am going to put this for the moment on the click again. And I am going to type not this blue one on click, because that's something that we had at the beginning, but I am going to put this only like this on click change blue. Okay, and right now what is going to happen is that if I click with Control Enter, and I will go with F12, and I'm going to click on my stage. Nothing is going to happen, but if I click on the shape, it is going to lose the transparency. The thing is that when I have this on click, it is going to allow click only on the place where something exists. So basically, just to show you, I will go to my layer 1, so I do not want to be on the code layer. I can actually log the code layer. It is still going to allow me to write the JavaScript, but right now I cannot accidentally draw in there. Probably nothing wrong would happen if you have something on the code layer, but I prefer to not. But yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a rectangle tool, maybe that color, it really doesn't matter, and I'm going to create just some weird shapes like so, okay? And now, when I have this on click, this is going to allow me it is going to call the function when I click on something which is on the stage. So if I am going to click in here, nothing is going to happen, but if I click on one of these shapes, it is going to work like so. So yep. Like this. So what we could potentially do is I am going to get rid of all of these shapes because I do not want them. I just wanted to show you. But what I could do is I can create a new layer, and I can put this layer down, and I can call this layer to be BG as a background. And on this background layer, I am going to get a rectangle tool. I am going to choose something that I want as my background. So I can go maybe with something like this, and I am just going to draw something like this. If you cannot see things outside of the stage, there is this clip content outside of the stage, but yeah. And right now, if I go with Control Enter, there is something in all of my stage. So wherever I click, it is going to call the function like so. Okay. There is also possibility. I am going to delete this like so. So right now, one more time, this is going to only allow me to click where is something, and we have only the shape. So yeah. And right now I will show you what could you do if you want to be able to click on the stage even if there is nothing on the stage. So I am going to comment this out, and I am going to duplicate this, so Control D. And I am going to type that, not this, but I will have to type stage. So this is not going to be working if I write this. I have to write stage, and I am going to put stage on, and I will go with stage mouse down. Okay, I cannot go only with mouse down. I can, but it's not going to be working. So I will have to go stage on, stage mouse down, change blue, bind this. And right now, if I go with, if I click anywhere, it is going to change this like so. Okay, so yeah. Basically this is it. This is all, and yeah. I am going to give you this animate file in the description, so you have all of them like so. There might be more events, so maybe I forget some, maybe I do not know about some. And as I told you, that press move for the drag and drop, I am not going to go with that right now. So yeah, in here you have at least some of them, and I hope that you are going to be able to use this in your project. I hope that you have learned something. If anyone have been here until the end, you can write me that in the comments. And yeah, so thank you very much. Have a nice day and goodbye.